Yeah, hello and welcome to a new Guild Wars 2 video. Today I'm going to show you how you can multi-box Tequatl using 11 accounts. Yep, there you go. You can see the footage right here. It's rather straightforward, but not really. So I have these 10 accounts lying around for over a year now, back when you could buy them for 10 euro before Hearts of Thorn came out. And yeah, well, they are quite a special kind of account actually, because they are classified as someone who paid for the game, but they don't have Hearts of Thorn access, which you cannot get anymore at the current date. You either have a free-to-play account or you have a Hearts of Thorn account for 50 euro. So it's quite interesting, because I do get the daily accounts and stuff, but I cannot go into Heart of Thorn content, which I don't really need for the daily rewards. So I can grab my daily rewards, which contain mystic coins, which I had 80 silver right now, and the Laurels, of course, for the materials. If by just logging into all 10 accounts, which takes 7 minutes for me, the game is on an SSD, I can get around 600 gold per month. This is pretty good. But yeah, there were videos about that before, so let's just go to the interesting part, which is Tequatl. So with the daily login rewards, you also get Tomes of Knowledge, and the Tomes of Knowledge, once you have 80 of them, you can just use them to level up a character to level 80. So that's exactly what I did, and that 10 times. And yeah, so the first hurdle was to get the accounts down to, how's that zone called again? The Tequatl zone. Anyway, you had to get them down, and that took 30 minutes. So for going through the starter zone, then leveling up, then pressing the stupid, you leveled up button, then you get a small reward which clocks up your inventory thingy, and then finally running down to this area with Tequatl. And that took 30 minutes per character. After 5 hours I was done. Yay. I also had a certain setup with certain armor. I use cleric armor, by the way, which I will show you at the end of, when Tequatl is down. So yeah, let's get into this Tequatl business. The biggest issue with running 10 accounts at the same time is, well, not the micromanaging. That's not that hard. I made sure that it isn't hard. No, it's the game sometimes freezes up. So you play on your account and the CPU just, can't compute this stuff quick enough, and the game just freezes up for 10 seconds, and when that happens you have to switch to another window in order to play effectively. I mean, you could wait for the game to unfreeze, but then you couldn't really act at all. So you had to really kind of, you had to be good at reacting to uncertainties, you could say. So yeah, the Tequatl fight it's pretty easy actually. I mean, you can just stand at one point and then you auto attack. The way I set it up is that I had the full sigil warrior with power sigil, precision sigil, toughness sigil, that one elite sigil which doesn't have a use for me anyway, but who cares. And here's the best sigil, it's the healing signet. Because with the healing signet I don't really need to use my heal button in order to heal. And in synergy with my cleric armor, it's only masterwork cleric armor, but with all that healing power I could get 20k healing per minute without doing anything. So here you can see on the left monitor I had 3 characters which somehow ended up underwater, and that is the worst thing that can happen in the Tequatl fight, because when you're underwater, then the event window, like the event thingy, it just disappears. And if you are not able to get back to Tequatl before Tequatl is dead, then you're not getting any reward at all, and that is something which will happen. But I could get a few characters out of there. So these orange circles you will see at Tequatl, they are very dangerous. It's the only thing you have to watch out in this fight. And that you get enough tech on Tequatl itself. So there are like 2 scenarios where you can't get any reward. Either you are stuck underwater and you have to port back to the waypoint, and then while your game is lagging, you have to run back to Tequatl, which is such a pain. This is so annoying when that happens. Yep. Anyway, which I had to do. Yeah, here we go. See, I go back, and now look at the loading screen. It usually takes longer. Well, and then I had to run back, and then the game froze up. There you go. This blue circle thingy comes up. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Then you run back, then it freezes up again. Like the first monitor up top right. It's gonna freeze up any second now. Well, anyway, it freezes up sometimes. So I just did this parallel and then just put them back there. Yeah. And the second scenario is when you are not tagging enough, so you need to do a certain damage on Tequatl itself. You can't just like put one shot on Tequatl and then you're getting the tag. No. I'm not sure how it exactly it works. I'm pretty sure you have to hit him in each phase a few times, and it is doable. You just double click that round red wing, and then you're shooting your arrows, and there you go. I think Warrior is a very good class to do this kind of fight, or Vault bosses in general. And yeah, pretty good. So on the top right you will see a window which you can't really see. That is my main account, by the way. So I just put them in here. And at the phase where all the people run back in order to protect the mega laser, I just stand around. So it is not a very social thing to do to multi-box Tequatl with 11 accounts. Yeah. Oh well. What can I say? So the bottom right window of the first monitor, that took quite a while to load. And now the Tequatl comes back. There you go. It says the mega laser has been charged. And now Tequatl comes back. I think when this when the Tequatl fight is over, it kind of looks pretty cool how at every window Tequatl dies. And what is the merit of doing Tequatl with 11 accounts? Well, you get the daily exotic dragon chest, which is super good dragon chest. You know, it's like a chest, and it contains 3 rare or exotic items, but usually only rare items. And yeah, and 1 gold. Well, you don't get the 1 gold from that exotic chest, but from the end chest. The end chest can contain a mini or something, and a rare mini. Something like that. Well, the mini is worth 1 gold something, so if you get that, it's pretty good. But otherwise, it's just the 1 gold and the 3 rare items. I would estimate you get 2 gold per account, because you can get like higher value wares or lower value wares, depends on exotic. It evens out at 2, I would say. So if you do that with 10 accounts, 11 accounts, you can get 20 gold per day, in addition to the Laurel rewards and the Mystic Coin rewards. That is my reason for doing it. You can see me now closing windows already directly after the fight. That is because these accounts didn't get any reward, because they were underwater or I didn't tag enough. There we go. And when you close the window, it takes a long time to actually before they close. So now I run to the end chest. I don't have auto loot enabled. I just grab the stuff I want, only the rare or exotic stuff, because I can't really bother looking at the green items, even though there might be a 1 gold green item every few runs. It takes too much time. You have to kind of streamline your processes when you work with multiple accounts. And every time I finished up taking a chest and stuff, I'll simply close the window. Hardcore, man. Yep. And the idea is, of course, that I simply go into each account individually after a few days of doing this, and then just sort out the inventory. Yeah. So here we are at the end now. I just logged into one of my accounts, like the 9th one, which finished last, if you know what I mean. And let's just open a few of these exotic dragon chests. I have 2 at him currently. I did this 3 times already. And as you can see, I got 6 wares out of it. Yeah, I did it, man. Yeah. So this will be quite convenient. I think I will not even open the other chests because I'll wait until I have like 10 or something, and then I just process them. I'm not quite sure how exactly I'll do it though. So here's my skill set. It's all sigils, of course, and a bow, and I just auto attack it. And you can see my healing signet has a lot of automatic healing. It's like 20k health per minute, since I'm running a cleric set which has a lot of healing power in addition to toughness and power. So I can get quite good damage for tagging Tequatl plus the automatic healing battle heal. You know, like, you know, Kirito did this in in that one episode of Sword Art Online. Oh well. So I'll just kill this guy while showing you my stats. And there you can see it's a cleric set, and I use a Rune of Dwayner in order for the extra healing and some regeneration duration, which increases by 30 if I have the full set. Yeah, and my weapon is a bow, which is also cleric, and it wants water sigil and what was that? A purity signal to get the conditions out, so I don't have to deal with conditions myself. So every 10 seconds I lose one condition basically. Yeah, and this is it's quite a good setup. It cost me around 50 silver per character, so for 5 gold I could equip 10 accounts with that kind of setup. And that already, you know, I already got it in after doing this one time. The money got it back. So yeah, this was my bow. You know, it's quite convenient. You know, if you do this with 11 accounts, you just need to auto attack, and I think the warrior is the best class to do it with. So I had strength, discipline, and defense, and I took the strength one just for this one trait which converts power to vitality, and since I have a lot of power in my build, I get the vitality from it as well. So for this trait, the discipline one, I only took it in order to get my movement increasement. The one where you get 25% movement increase if you are using a melee weapon. So I had these beginner swords from the starter area, and I just used them in order to run quicker. Yeah, and the defense one, I just took it for this trait here, where you get regeneration if someone cripples, immobilizes, or shields you, which happens quite often in this map, so another advantage as well. And of course Defy Pain, where you are invincible for 4 seconds if you're under 50%, and 4 seconds equals 1200 health or 10% health with my healing signet setup. So that is all planned out, and you had to do that 10 times of course, which was a pain, you know. So I took a few shortcuts and only skilled what I really needed, even though I could have probably used up all, you know, I could have skilled all lines then, you know, but I'm not gonna do that. You have to cut some corners sometimes when you're handling 10 accounts. So this is just one character. I want to show you my main character. So I log in daily into this one character, and it is the level 21 character, which is located very conveniently on top of this one Lion's Arch pirate. Yeah, it's a pirate ghost jumping puzzle with the magnificent chest. And in this magnificent chest you can have a 10% chance to drop a silver doubloon. So how this thing goes down usually is that I log into my main character, then I open up the chest. Dude, I should have done that in live commentary though. So I'm in that jumping puzzle, and then I press a button to open the chest. Then I press the button to open the chest. Now I press it. Yeah, and then I go to my daily chest and I just grab this thingy, then I move the windows because it's kinda not how it is usually. And there we go. And then I just, if I don't have anything else to do, then I'll just log off, and it's my, it takes 20 seconds per account. Well, you could say, usually I do 7 minutes of like logging in, logging out for all characters, for all 10 characters. And I have a special set, as you can see, my tomes of knowledge bags are open because I needed them to level up my character to level 80. That's the way it works. And as you can see, I also have these Insta bank access thingies. You get them from chest of Black Lion goods, which are usually quite useless for a normal player, but if you're isolated like that on a jumping puzzle, they are very convenient. You also have a chance to get a Black Lion chest gear out of it, but it only happened once to me, and I log into 10 accounts daily for over a year now. So yeah. I use them, when I have to move certain things in and out, which are unexpected. Yeah, and for Laurel bags and Mystic Coin bags, I just open them right there and then mail them to my main character every month. Yeah, I usually do it every month when I have, like, when the thing goes through once, and I have 55 Laurels and how much, 20 Mystic Coin thingies. And then I mail, on one day I mail the Mystic Coins, plus my silver doubloons I collected, which are usually 5. And my Laurels will be on a different day. So you can only send like 2 mails within an hour, because they're locking it down or something. It's so annoying. So this one is my Laurel character, and my Laurel character is at the Laurel vendor. So since you don't have to, since Laurels are account-wide, I can just talk to this guy. I have 55 Laurels after 1 month. Sometimes I do it after 2 months. When I'm lazy, I have 110 Laurels. But if I need the money, I just grab 55 Laurels, buy these heavy crafting bags, and then I have a lot of rare materials. And they take up 8 slots, so I can send 2 mails, which I can send within an hour, and then my main character has that stuff. It's always it's very nice to have such a payday, I would say. And then I have, of course, another character which is at the bank, and you have to imagine I did all this. I set them all up that way 10 times. It was such a pain to do that. It took me like an hour for each account to get them to the point where they are now. So this guy's at the bank. This is my personal bank on this account. There you can see the tomes of knowledge I put in there. Yeah, and this is my guild bank, which has a few other things going on right here. And I also have a second guild bank. Of course, man, you gotta go big. This is common clothing tonics, by the way. We are rising in price currently. I bought them when they were like 4 copper or something. So soon I'm gonna be even richer. So yeah, and that kind of concludes presenting you my alt accounts here. Yeah, this thing back when it cost 10 euros, amortized, right? Like once it paid off, this word, after 1.5 months. I think if you buy them for 20 euro from that old key shop site, you can do it after 3 months. They are amortized. When they paid off, this word. Yeah, so just rest this guy, because why not? And yeah, if you find Guild Wars very cheaply and you are into logging into daily, this is a very great thing you can do, getting lots of money in this. Back then I traded on the trading post. I'm too lazy to do that anymore. So this kind of logging in business is very, very convenient. Well, we'll see how far this Tequatl business goes, if it is profitable, or if I say one day it's gonna be really boring. But I thought it would be interesting to show. Anyways, thank you for watching, and goodbye.